Hi everyone, my name is Claudie, and this video is going to be a part of the CES series. CES stands for Claudie's Emotional Spectrum Chart, and that is a tool I created to help explain why I believe that our thoughts and our emotions are the beating hearts to every individual, every society, and every civilization. Today's video is going to be about colors of the chart and what they mean. So there are 7 colors on the chart that I associate with the chakra. They are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and lavender. So the positive and negative yellow, orange, blue, purple, and green signs are associated with the emotional energy of the individual, while lavender and red are associated with both the individual and society, and over time, a civilization. The physical category is yellow because it's a representation of the sun. The sun has affected our behavior since the dawn of time, in that before technology, we adhered to the sun's schedule to conduct our daily lives, not only for practicality, but for survival. Emotional perception is orange because it represents the orange chakra, which is associated with the emotional aspect to an individual. Here, the balanced emotion is neutrality, with opposite and equal emotional energy on the opposite end of neutrality. So here you see the negative emotion of doubt on the opposite end of confidence, because though they are emotions, they have the same potential level of influence. Here's another way the emotions can be visualized. In this category, the 3 main emotions are love, neutrality, and pain, as they form the 3 main emotional states of this chart. The first one being euphoric, represented by love, the balanced emotional energy being represented by neutrality, and the negative emotional energy being represented by pain. Intellectual perception category is in blue. Blue is associated with the blue chakra, and the blue chakra is known as the throat chakra. Because one of the timeless methods of which we communicate our ideas are through our vocal cords, I made the intellectual perception section blue. Perceptive category is in purple, and purple is typically associated with one's third eye, located right here. And one's third eye is typically associated with their level of awareness. So at the top here is increased awareness. Bottom here is decreased awareness. And that's why this section was given the color purple. Let me just go back. The balanced energy here is MOAH. And in the intellectual category, the balanced energy is thought. The reality category is in green, and green is typically associated with the heart chakra. This is where I think our thoughts and emotions meet to form our reality, which is through our hearts. We feel if something's good, we feel if something's bad, and we go from there, ciphering things through functional and applicable interpretation. So I don't want to go too further into it because I want to make sure I keep this video onto the colors of the chart. So I just wanted to show you how this chart can be visualized, because this chart, if you notice, if you turn it 90 degrees to the left, can be seen as a tree. And notice that it is the negative and positive emotional energies that go through the tree. So green can also be seen as the leaves to a tree in this chart. The flow of energy can also be visualized as these 2 balls. The chakras in the middle, the 2 different types of flow of energy going through the individual. Got this picture on initiation with Matthias DeStefano on the Gaia network. And can even be seen as this bubble here, if it's stagnant, aka your MOAH at that current time. Or if you look at this bubble, you'll see a spiral going through it because it's actually moving. Nothing really stays the same. So it's moving, so that'll show you the colors moving through that bubble as well as it's changing. So that is a way to visualize this chart, because this chart is just a very linear version of the bubble photo. So this is how I believe things get formed, with feminine energy being more expanding mental side to things, and the masculine energy being the more contracting physical side to things. and the intellect being the turning point for either regression or evolution. So I made the bottom here red because red is typically associated with the root chakra, which are things that keep us grounded and keeps us aware of the basic needs of life, because that's always going to be a factor. So to negate that would be irrational. Anyway, so that is why the negative energy is red here. It's representing the root chakra. And honestly, a healthy amount of alertive energy is desirable, because you need that back and forth. Because if you are on one end, super positive or super negative, you're going to be narrow-minded to that mind frame. So the lavender is representing the positive emotional energy of an individual in society, and that's typically associated with the light chakra. Sometimes that's seen as white, and that's over the head. I've also seen it as lavender as well. I chose to make it lavender for obvious reasons, which is you can't really see white on a white background, so lavender did just fine. With the lavender and red, if you want to visualize the CESC as a tree, the lavender and red would be the fruits of that tree, either negative emotional energy or positive emotional energy. Thanks for watching, and that is it for this CES series video on the colors of the chart. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think down in the comment section.